All right, what's up? I don't know if you can hear, but mic check, mic check. All right, shout out to 2024. Let me see. All right, so yeah, this is a spontaneous spotlight, and I have to redo the thumbnail. I think I like the thumbnail I had before, but I just made another one. But we'll see. We'll see which one works the best. All right, so yeah, it's 2024, and new year, new beginnings. Some people make New Year's resolutions. Some people make resolutions about losing weight or making, you know, financial improvements in their lives, stuff like that. The weight one kind of falls off. The financial one, you really got to do that one. That one is like always, it's like any business, you always need to be doing more, always selling. Even if you're not in sales, you need to be always selling, always closing the sale. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna do some things differently, but I had already had them in place before the New Year's, so I don't really make New Year's resolutions because most of the time everything's always in place before the New Year even begins. Yeah, that's that. And yeah, oh wait, this is the spontaneous spotlight. And heck, I haven't posted and I haven't done a spontaneous spotlight. And it's been over 3 months, I think. And that's a lot of the reason why, channels don't grow is just don't post enough. Yeah, it is a or media. It is something where you have to watch it. If you're a creator, you have to continue to do. And it doesn't have to be every day, but it should be a consistent basis. At least, depending on the platform, at least once a week. Uh, More shorter content platforms probably need to do at least once a day. But if you do 3, 4 times a day, it's going to be even better. Your platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, you can get away with once a week, but it's better if you do at least once a day for YouTube. All right. So yeah, I was gonna get a haircut today, but I didn't I didn't want to go. I just didn't want to go for one thing. I didn't want to go. I was focusing on something else. I was trying to focus on, making the money. haircuts. I've gotten really haircuts within the past, I don't know how much amount of time, but I know is the cost of haircuts for me have increased over 100% or 50%, 50% more, really more than 50% more than what they used to be, say, even 10 years ago. So, yeah, hold on, let me see how much power I got. All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep rolling. My my goal for the channel moving forward is to do once a day. That's the goal. So I'm trying to hit once a day. I'm trying to hit at least an hour a day because it's the spontaneous spotlight is about improvisation. And it's like for somebody who does, and it's gonna be a challenge for me. Even not really just the posting, is the length of time. But because I'm not someone who is really long-winded, but that's the challenge. There's a lot of my favorite podcasts, YouTube content creators that do long form content. For instance, I know, you know to watch Joe Rogan back before he went to Spotify, and that was long form content. It was, I think, easier for him because one, he's a comedian, not really for me. As a side note, I pay more attention to him as a podcast host than a comedian. I don't think I've ever watched any of his specials. I've seen like some of his shorts of his stand up, and it just don't really hit for me. But his podcast, I would watch that. Since he started it, up until he went to Spotify. Spotify is not really a platform I use, so I guess that was what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe. It was at least 3 years ago he went to Spotify, and I haven't really watched. I've seen like clips, but I don't really tune in like I used to. And I think I talked about this before on another platform that I had. That what I say? I say for me, he's a better podcaster than stand-up comedian, but he knows a lot of people in the business, and being able to have a conversation with people. He knew a lot of people, so that's an advantage. And he was and he was already famous, Fear Factor, news radio, and all that. So doing, and that's one thing I did want to do is have a conversational podcast, with people, but I'm not someone that knows a lot of people. I mean, obviously, you can get to that point where you can have, I guess, a lot of people in the media forum to have conversations with. Let's see, I forget his name. His name's Chris something. He 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 talks with a lot of people. Like he has one-on-one conversations. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He's like this Giga Chad dude from England. I think he lives in Texas now. But yeah, that conversations is I think conversations are an easier platform. But so here's the challenge. The challenge, like I said before, just having to be able to do like a soliloquy, just talk without it being a conversation. So yeah. Oh, what's up? What's up, Mr. What was that? What's up? Glad to see you here, brother. What you been up to? Yeah, I know, Mr. What was that? Personally, we need to have another dinner, lunch together. But yeah, okay. Yeah, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, I mentioned the haircut. Oh yeah, for the haircut, like I would do better cutting it myself. I mean, it won't look as good as when the barber cuts it, but I don't have to take out time in my. I mean, I do have to take out time in my day, but it's more on my schedule and more on my schedule than the barber schedule. And like I'm not a professional barber or anything, but I can do all right with my own hair. And yeah, it's like really it's the cost. The cost. And I mean, even though I really only like within recent years, I only cut my hair like twice a year, and I still might go get it cut, but today just wasn't the day. I had scheduled it, and I had to take a loss on the schedule because I canceled it. But it's okay. I'd rather take a smaller loss than to take the bigger loss of you know going to or going to get it cut when I'm just not ready to get it cut yet unless I do it, which I'll probably might do it might do it by the end of the week. But yeah, I look pretty good. My hair is just that I have to constantly pick it. Yeah, I have to constantly comb it for it to be right. But yeah, we definitely gonna get more pho. Mr. What was that? let's see what else we got going on. We got yeah, still got a long time, so you're hanging with me. Oh no, Supercuts. Nah, I don't go to Supercuts. I I got a barber. So the barber I used to have, he he lives like in another town, but he would travel here in my town on certain days, but I don't know if he makes that trip anymore, so I had to go find another barber. But yeah, the new barber, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. So, but yeah. So what else we got? What else we got? I mentioned the thumbnail. Let's see which thumbnail does right or does the best. See what else I was gonna say. Mention New Year's resolutions. Mention finance. Yup, yup, finance. Really, I talk about finance a lot. But yeah, so yeah, for finance, I don't know. It's tough. So I used to work in corporate America, and like I knew I didn't want to work in corporate America. I did it as long as I could, and then I just as long as I could without compromising my mental health. And so now, I'm just doing hustling, which is better. It's not it's it might seem like it's more complex, and it is, but I know working in that corporate America setting, it was gonna take even more of a toll just from mm, I want to say from a long term goal, because I wasn't gonna hit long term goals doing it. So I got out. I knew I had to get out. So yeah, let me hit this water. Yeah, that's right. We gotta protect our mental health. All right, let me check and see if let me check something. I don't know if this app works. Okay, I had to reconnect. Nah, I gotta stay on the app. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Nobody's gonna look out for you more than you are. So you gotta do what's right for you. I say where we at? 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, goals. Tell me about some of y'all's goals in the comments, and I'll put them on. I'll put you on as far, or I'll discuss them through my lens, and then we'll see what you think. Uh, Travel. You definitely want to do more traveling, and you should too. I've done some traveling in the past. I haven't done so much of it lately. Uh, but yeah, to travel or not to travel, you definitely want to do more traveling. Now, some you could say traveling's a hassle, so that's where you don't want to do so much to where it's aggravating. Some people just that's what they do. They all they do is travel. Like it's their really is like a job from them is just travel, do this, do that. Overseas, domestic, Asia, Europe, Antarctica, wherever. I watched a movie last night. I forget the name of it. I'm gonna always forget. Let me see what this message is. Yep. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, traveling. No, the movie I saw. The movie I saw. I'll put it. I'll put it in the because I definitely forgot it, but I'll put it in the comments. But it has the the actress from what was it, Ozark, the blonde with the curly hair. She's on it, and who else is on it? Jessica. What's her last name? Jessica H something. Anyway, she was on. She was on one of the Marvel shows. What's the name of it? It wasn't Luke Cage, but it was the other one. Not Daredevil, but the other one that didn't do well. I think it had 2 seasons. I think it had 2 seasons, but it was the worst of the three as far as like Rotten Tomatoes or reviews. I don't know why I can't thinking about it, but she was on it. Her and the blonde from Ozark, and what was it? They were like what would you call it? They traveled, but it's like a travel work program. So they would travel to different places, but they would work like do odd jobs in those places, and they ended up going to Australia. Oh, that's what it was called. It was called Royal Hotel because they would travel, and that's where they stayed at the Royal Hotel. I think that was the name of it, but it it was a dump. It had a bar at the bottom, like the whole first floor was a bar, and I think it had 2 floors. And it was a dump that they stayed at. But long story short, I thought it was a pretty good movie, but the two young ladies they were in that hotel. They worked at the bar, and And this is in Australia, and it was in a mining town, so it was mostly men in that town. It had very few women, so they had to deal with all these guys in the bar drunk, and they had toward the middle and end, they had to deal with there was this one guy in the bar that was he was a problem, to say the least. See, I want to say I don't think anybody ended up dying in the movie. Yeah, I think I don't think anybody ended up dying, but it was people got hurt though. So yeah, that's that movie. Check it out. It's an okay movie. It's worth a view. Okay. Yeah, Cuba. I would like to go to Cuba because Cuban cuisine is one of my favorite cuisines. I just like the beans and rice and the beans and rice, the fried plantains. That's what I like in Cuban cuisine. And that's, that's really the main thing I know about Cuba. Yeah, black beans and rice is fire for real. But yeah, let's see what else. Mm, how's the weather in your area? No, no. Where I live in the southern United States, it definitely doesn't snow very much during this time, even during the winter. It rained last night, but it was sunny all day, or partly cloudy, but mostly sunny. How's the yeah? Let's see. Oh, so yes, so with uh, with uh, with this platform, this podcast here, I don't want to do so. When I watch YouTube, I watch a lot of how would you describe it? I guess you would call it. Oh, I'm starting to watch a lot less of it now, but like relationship YouTube, and like I haven't been in a lot of relationships. I guess that's why it's so fascinating to me. And the more I watch it, and the more I don't want to be in a relationship like that. So uh, that's one thing I think I've done right in my life. I've done maybe a lot of missteps, but not being in relationships maybe once or twice was it. That was one of the better things I've done. And yeah, like I like this is only seen in this improvisation. I've only seen maybe one or two of those. Like so, Tony Baker, he's a comedian. He's really good at improvisation, and and so I don't see a lot of improv type shows. So that's what I want to do. It's not easy. And yeah, freedom, free yourself, free agent lifestyle, like Coach Greg Adams says. That's the way to go. If it all depends. Some people just like being in relationships, and that's cool. But it's not something I'm really used to doing. And when I have done it, I didn't like it. I didn't even like myself in a relationship. Like you don't want to get to the point where you don't like yourself, right? So yeah, I like me when I'm not in a relationship. And I haven't been in one for a very long time. So yeah. Let's see what else is going on. I'm gonna see if we could do at least 30 more minutes. Doing well. Drink your water. Water is life. All right. So, New Year. Hope everyone had a happy, merry holiday. Thanksgiving, if you're into that. Thanksgiving is one of those holidays when you really look at the history. At least a Thanksgiving in United States. Not good. When you look at it as a whole, not a good holiday to celebrate. I mean, yeah, you should give thanks, but you should give thanks every day. Just be one day. I give thanks. I want to give thanks every day, right? Every day. Thank the Most High, one above all, the universe, whichever you believe in. But yeah, give thanks every day. Gratitude is good for your soul. Oh, so yeah, more shows that I've watched a lot of shows lately. I don't know if it's good or bad. Could be bad or it could be good. But there's a show on Apple TV. I've watched a couple of shows from Apple TV. Foundation is a good show. If you're into sci-fi, that's a good show. It's based on the novel of the same name by Isaac Asimov, the classic sci-fi writer. It was pretty good. Is if you haven't seen it, so it's about this. How would you describe it? It's like not really royalty, but there's this leadership on this planet, and the leaders there's three. Really, they're all the same person, but they're the same person at different stages of their lives, and they're clones, and they keep The clones are, they just keep making them, and but the clones are, they lead this society. They have a, they're called Day, Dawn, and I want to say Dusk, but I don't think that's the right term. But they're at three stages of their life. The like the elderly, the man, the 30, 25, 35, 45, that range, and then there's the young one, the young teenager, and they're all, I think they're all from one man, like from, but at different stages of their life, and all three lead the society. And really, I think it's like an entire galaxy that they lead. But they're really, they're the main. I think they're the, you would say they're the main cast of the show, or the main characters of the show. But they're really the antagonists, right? And so there's another a guy. He creates a. I guess he created this this science called psychohistory, and it's called psychohistory. But what he's doing is he's he's looking into the future, and he's looking into the future, and he's forecasting the fall of that empire, the foundation. And so I'm probably explaining it like wrong, but this is what I got from the show. I watched the first season, and I think the news. I think they take about 2 years. Every 2 years they'll have a new season. So I think the first season was last year. So the new season will be next year, 2025. But anyway, it's the psychohistory, and the guy that Harry, he he saw the with psychohistory, he saw how the that empire would fall. And I think he's, oh yeah, and like the leaders of that empire, they, like any empire, they want to control the people, and they want to really control. They don't want the people to see how their empire will fall. And obviously the empire doesn't want to believe they will fall. It will fall, but they also don't want the people to believe it, because that will create an uprising, and that empire will end up falling. Is when you can't control the people, then you don't control your empire. Your empire falls. All right, we're gonna see 20 more minutes. What else? What else did I see? Saw this movie about. It's about these people that went into. I forget the name of the movie, but it has Anthony Mackie in it. Falcon from the MCU. So this is people in space, and it's like a comedy, so it's not like real serious. But it's like it's a romantic comedy, and so they're in space. I think I think at first it was just three people in space in the spaceship, and one of the it was yeah, one of the ladies went ballistic. She lost it, and she was trying to kill the Anthony Mackie's character because she lost it. But the other lady on the ship ended up, saving him. She had to end. Oh man, yeah, she had to end the crazy lady's life. So it's just Anthony Mackie's character and the other character, and they're doing their duties of the space, of the mission of the spaceship, right? And and then in their free time they watch movies together, they dance together, listen to music, and then one thing they talk about it. They talk about getting together, right? They talk about getting together, but they're both married, on Earth, but they're millions of miles away. And I mean, millions. Does space, like the distance away from your significant other, change anything? That's that. I mean, you millions of miles away, and then time is different too in space. I want to say time in space is it longer, or it seems, no, yeah, it seems like it's long, but it's really short. Like here, it's shorter than the time. Short passes shorter than the time passes on Earth. And then I guess it would depend on what. I guess if you're just in space, that's one thing. But if you're on another planet, then I think I know gravity is different depending on, but is time different? Or I guess time would be the same, but it just seems different. That's probably what it is. I've never been in space. Probably never will go to space. I don't think I would. I don't think I would mind going to space though. I mean, it'd be an adventure, right? It'd be an adventure. But yeah, it's wild. So yeah, anyway, they ended up getting together, and then they come back. They come back to, and there's spoilers, by the way, of course. Spoilers. I mean, you don't even know what the name of the movie is unless you've seen it. I don't know the name of it because I forgot. But I'm just giving a brief synopsis of the whole thing. And yeah, they ended up getting back. Oh no, they first they didn't know if they could get back to Earth, and then they fixed whatever they needed to fix so they could get back to Earth, and then they got back to Earth, and then the their Anthony Mackie's wife and the other lady's husband, they ended up finding out or telling them, what happened. And then at the end, they just the two people in space just ended up together. And it was a good romantic. I guess you would call it a romantic comedy. I didn't know what was going to happen, so I watched it. 'Cause normally I watch comedy. I don't really watch romantic comedies, but this one was actually pretty good. As far as like, it was silly because I think that's why I liked it, because it didn't take itself seriously, because when they showed the spaceship in space, it was just like arts and crafts. So it was pretty cool. All right, we got some more. I don't know if y'all know any like improv YouTubers or content creators. Let me know in the comments, cause cause I'd like to see some other ones to see how they do this long form show. Yes, this is a car video. I'll probably do one car video a day for the next week. I'll tell you how the weather is. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. I'll answer those. I'll try to set up some other platforms to have interactions. I probably have one already. I probably just got to put it in the show notes. Water. Yeah, I was thinking about this morning was Married with Children. That's one of the great shows in television history. Al Bundy is a hero. He's a hero because you can see the struggles that he had, but yet you can learn. Like, he would teach you lessons, from his struggles. Like, don't do what he did. Life lessons, right? Life lessons. Don't do what he did. Yeah, that was a great show. So I didn't know. What was her name? Katie Seagal. I didn't know she was a singer. 'Cause I was looking at it this morning, or looking it up, and she's a singer. Yes, she's claimed to fame as an actress, but she's also a singer. I guess singer songwriter. I don't know. That was interesting to know. I don't know why I looked that up or why I was thinking about that, but I guess I was probably just thinking about relationships. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I watch a lot. If you watch a lot of YouTube, should probably not watch a lot of YouTube and instead be a creator or watch less YouTube. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's not really a New Year's resolution for me. It's more of I should have been doing it for years anyway. And gonna be back tomorrow. Some way, somehow, maybe at a different time. Or maybe around the same time. But I'm probably gonna go work out after this. I had to make sure I did get one of these live streams in. And I'll probably go ahead and set up a time for tomorrow. Time might change, but I will do one tomorrow. And it's tomorrow Thursday, and I'll do one Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll continue. So Sunday I'll probably have to do it earlier in the morning, either earlier in the morning or later in the afternoon. Monday I might do it. I might do it in the morning Monday, because I got some appointments to get to on those days. And I'll see how many appointments I can set up for the other days, because I do sales right now. So sales, set appointments right now. They're spontaneous for me, but the goal is to set 8 appointments a day, and you'll get either cancellations or no shows, and then you might sell 2 things. But I haven't gotten to the point where I can set up 8 a day consistently. I've never even set up 8 in one day yet. But yeah, with sales is truly the cheat code. Like, it's not easy, but once you know what you're doing, it's simple, because you're just doing the same thing every day, and it's more freeing. But it's like it's like it's really so, and I shouldn't say like so much. That's because it's like a filler word. But anyway, sales is a cheat code, because you get a system and you just repeat that system. And you can do it from anywhere, pretty much. Or you don't have to be in a cubicle. You don't have to be in the office. You can make a sale at breakfast, lunch, or dinner, in the restaurant, in the grocery store, in the mall, on the phone, internet, whatever. And it's a learning curve if you're not used to doing it every day. But once you you get in the rhythm and you learn to do it every day. And then becomes second nature, and then you can make a living that way. So I'm still on the learning curve. Not, not easy. And I watched a video this morning and it said there are a lot of people who are not as smart as you that make more money than you because they just do the thing. They just do the simple thing of selling. Like there are really smart people that make far less money than dumber people. And that's what the video is about. And it showed why that is. I thought that was an interesting video. If I think about it, I'll link it. I'll find it and I'll link it in the notes. Should be taking notes on myself. Write it on this receipt. Post video of why dumber people are more financially successful. Financially successful than smarter people. Mostly. That's not the name of the video, but that's the general idea. Yeah, we're getting toward the end. Mad villains. So the podcast. Oh shoot. The podcast that I did before. Shoot, I don't even remember the name of my podcast, but it was kind of like this one, but it wasn't. It wasn't. I think this is like more better. This one's better because it is random. It is improv. It is spontaneous. The other one I did, I would just kind of read. I would read articles that I found and more articles that I found of more or whatever the topic was. I would read that. When I read it, I wouldn't be monotone with it. I would, do voice inflections and whatnot so it didn't sound monotone. But even then, this is better to watch now. If you watch this in double speed, that's cool because I don't talk fast. I was watching a video within a video, and the video the girl was talking really fast, and it wasn't even on 2 times speed. Like she talks in 2 times speed. Some people just talk really fast, and then you instead of instead of putting it on 2 times speed, you would put it like at half speed, so they would talk regular. But yeah, like with long form, I do put it in 2 times speed, and I was thinking about like should I do videos where I collect content and comment on it. Do what do you call it? Commentations, commentating. What's the proper way to say it? But I would comment on it, Or do you like the improv? The improv is just a challenge. I'm probably gonna stick with the improv because I want to challenge myself to do. I mean, if I did this is an hour already. If I did this and I can do this every day, because some creators I've watched, they would do, you know, that like the point of the show wasn't improv, but because they would actually have topics, but I mean, they would talk. There's a few that I've watched that they'll talk 2, 3 hours without. Like, I mean, yeah, they'd talk about some content, but in the beginning, they would just go. So yeah, that's what I want to. That's what I'll be doing. But yeah, if you like it. If you don't like it anyway, or or thumbs up, thumbs down. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I think we're gonna bring this to a close and we'll set up for tomorrow. I'll try to have you know something in mind. All right, appreciate you. Yeah, we're gonna bring this to a close at an hour. Appreciate you watching. I'm gonna for now. I'm only on YouTube. Once I can cut this up, if I cut it up, or maybe I won't cut it up. That's because, or maybe I'll eventually cut it up. I'll have someone cut it up. But anyway, hope you learned something, and that's what that's my goal for every show is for you to learn something, and use it in life. We only have one life, one life, one love, one love. All right, we'll talk to you later. Mad Villains, I'm out. I'll keep my hair like it is. I will not go to a barber yet. Peace.